Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I'm Diego, and today we're going to talk about some more Sex in the City. That's right, Sex in the City. Those lovely women from New York, those virtuous, gorgeous young ladies from New York that just like bone a lot of guys. All right, that's what they do. Okay, so I'm Diego. I've watched every single episode of Sex and the City. I'm a big fan. I watched both movies and I watched that piece of shit show. And just like crap, don't watch it. It's a piece of shit show. I did not like it at all. I fucking hated that show. But I already reviewed it. If you want to watch my videos on that show, it's already on here. Okay, now we're going to talk about the good show, okay? Sex and the City from the late 90s, early 2000s, okay? Now, I was a big fan of the show. The only problem I had with the show when I watched it back in the day when it first came out, because I was watching it back then, okay, when I was younger, and I'm older now, and I'm more experienced, and I know more. Yeah, maybe. The biggest problem I have with the show is that I not like the way they treated the male characters. Okay, the straight guys that were on the show, those things with penises that the women were having sex with. Yeah, those guys. Okay, there was nobody in the show creating that show that knew what the fuck a straight guy was. The show is written by lesbians, gay guys, and feminists. They don't know what the fuck a straight guy is. So the one thing they got wrong consistently was how the straight men on the show were acting. They did not get that right at all. Sometimes they did. But most of the time they did not, and that was the biggest problem I had with the show, okay? Because I really wanted to learn about dating from a woman's point of view. That's why I watched it. And like I said, all the hot girls that I knew were watching the show. I lived in a big city. I was young. I was in my 20s. I was right out of the military. I was going to school full time. I was working at night. I was working with a bunch of, models and actresses and actors, musicians, stand-up comedians, all that shit. Those are the kind of guys that I hung out with. These are the people that I hung out with, okay? So I was doing a lot of dating in my 20s, and I lived in a big city. So I went to a lot of nightclubs, a lot of concerts, a lot of Broadway shows, a lot of events, festivals, beach parties, house parties, penthouse parties, hotel parties. We were doing all that kind of stuff, okay? That's what we were doing when you're in your 20s. That's what you do, okay? You get fucked up and you get laid, all right? That's what I was doing the same thing these women were doing. Okay, only I was a lot younger than them. I was a good 15 years younger than they were. Okay, but I watched the show, so I was very in tune with the city lifestyle that these ladies were having. I was living the same lifestyle myself. Only I'm a guy. So everyone I knew was watching this. All the girls I knew were watching this show. And so this gave me a way of talking to them. Okay, so that's why I decided to do this review. The reason I decided to do this channel here was so I could give you a straight man's point of view. That's the point of view that you did not get when you watched this show, okay? I'm going to tell you what your dad didn't tell you, what your boyfriend didn't tell you, what your husband didn't tell you, okay? So guys, ladies out there, okay, do not watch this with your significant other. Do not. Okay, don't watch this with ladies. Don't watch this with your husband. Okay, he's just gonna get embarrassed and make an excuse to fucking leave the room. Okay, and guys, don't watch this with her. Okay, she's gonna fucking make you pause it and guys, what the fuck's he talking about? That's what's gonna happen, and I don't want that to happen to you. Okay, so I'm here to give you a straight man's point of view. I do not censor myself here. I do not lie here either. Okay, so if you get easily offended, if you're easily triggered, if you're a snowflake, get the fuck out right now. I will not spare your feelings. I'm going to give you the truth. Straight up, baby, with no lube. Let's see if you can handle it. That's the real question you need to ask you. Can you handle it? Because I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Nobody wants to know what I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you the truth, which is something this show never told you. I'm going to tell you the truth. All right? So here we go. So where we left off here, we are in season 6, episode 9. The title of this episode is A Woman's Right to Shoes. Yeah, A Woman's Right to Shoes. This is part 2. I already did the first half of the episode earlier. I already got that video, already went down. Now, this is part 2, okay? So I'm gonna start off in the middle of the episode, all right? Okay, so where we left off last time is Miranda is horny for Blair Underwood. That's her new tenant that just moved into her building. She helped get him in there, okay? He's a sports doctor for the Knicks, yeah. Yeah, these are the kind of guys that hit on the girls on this show. Okay, all the middle-aged women. Yeah, these are the kind of guys that hit on them. Okay, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. Guys that own their own neuroscience companies. Guys that are high-end corporate attorneys. Sports medicine doctors for famous basketball teams. Yeah, these are the guys that hit on the girls on the show. All the fucking middle-aged, semi to unattractive women on the show. Yeah, these are the type of guys that they get hit on all the fucking time. Yeah, right. Huh? I know, right? Yeah, right. But this shit's on the Sci-Fi Channel. That's where this fucking show belongs. All right, but anyway, just go with it, okay? Just go with it. All right? Anyway, so that's going on. She's horny for him. And a lot of it has to do with she's watching this show called Jules and Mimi, which is a BBC show. Yeah, the BBC, get it? Okay, anyway, it's a show about this interracial couple. It's some fucking sick British sitcom. I'm surprised they didn't bring it to America and fucking make an American version of it, which is what we always do with British sitcoms here in this country. But anyway, or maybe it's a made-up sitcom. It looks like a made-up sitcom. So just for this show. So she watched, there was the TiVo episode where she's like addicted to this show. So she's watching it like crazy. Of course, it's about a black guy fucking a white girl. So yeah, that's turning her on because she wants to fuck the black guy that just moved in. Whoopie-doo. All right. So that's where we are with her, okay? But she's covered in chickenpox, so she can't have sex with anybody because she's covered in chickenpox because her son has chickenpox. And I guess she never had him before. Okay. Meanwhile, Charlotte is kind of pissed off at her husband. They just got married. No honeymoon, no bachelorette party. They just got married, and he went straight to living with them, living in her apartment. She didn't move in with him. He moved in with her because she's got that multi-million-dollar apartment that her fucking ex-husband left her after the divorce, right? That he helped her to get during the divorce. Even though she didn't do anything to earn it. But yeah, she's living there now. He moved in with her. I guess this place is nicer than his. And he's walking around the house naked a lot. He's leaving his tea bags everywhere because I guess he drinks tea everywhere he goes. He's leaving it everywhere. She gets his ass about that. Hey, tea bags, I'm tired of fucking picking them up. You're staining everything, and I got to throw them away. He's like, I'm sorry about that. I won't do it anymore. But he's still walking around the house naked. Okay, he's still walking around, and everything in the fucking apartment is beige. And he's walking around with his fucking ass hanging out. Yeah, okay, and he's sitting on furniture and shit, naked. Okay, so that's pissing off Charlotte. Okay, and then meanwhile, Samantha, nothing's really going on with her. She hates kids. We know that already. And she just reminds the audience that she hates kids. She hates little kids. We get it. She hates little kids. She's always said that. She's not comfortable with little kids at all. She fucking hates them. And that's pretty much it with her. Okay. Meanwhile, Carrie's situation is a lot more deep. Okay. Carrie got invited to a party from this woman named Kira, who is played by Tatum O'Neal. Yes, the famous woman who took Michael Jackson's virginity, according to him. I don't think that happened, though. Anyway, she's the famous daughter of Ryan O'Neal, from Love Story, famous actor, whatever, married to Farrah Fawcett for a long time. She wrote in her autobiography that what traumatized her as a kid was she walked in on her dad fucking Melanie Griffith. Yeah, Yeah, I guess that happened. Okay, anyway, so Tatum O'Neal, she's basically what Drew Barrymore was, but a good fucking 10 years before Drew Barrymore, okay? She was a drug addict, alcoholic, prostitute, like at the age of like 12, 11, okay? She was one of those kids, all right? She's party at Studio 54, okay, when she's a fucking preteen, okay? Yeah, that's Tatum O'Neal, okay? Because her dad was a famous actor. So anyway, yeah, so she was a party girl back in the day. Now she's older now, whatever. And she plays this woman named Kira, who just had another baby. She's got lots of fucking kids. And so, of course, Carrie being her best friend, okay, has to bring her a gift. I guess she's friends with Stanford, too, so he shows up with a gift as well. Now, Kira is one of those many characters on the show that all the characters talk about, oh, yeah, we're such good friends with this person and that person, and we've never seen that character before, and we will never see them again. But apparently they're good friends with the main characters, which is bullshit. They do this a lot on this show. The characters will talk about a person, like, oh my God, we're such good friends. We've been friends forever. How long have we known each other? Remember that time that we did that? Remember when we used to do this? Remember all that time when we were doing this and we were doing that? Remember how we first met with this? Remember how all those times that we used to do this, okay? And yeah, with a person that we've never seen before. And we will never see them again. She's one of those characters, okay? I keep thinking about Wesley. Remember Wesley? Of course you don't, because he only fucking appeared in one episode. That's Charlotte's brother. Wesley York, Charlotte's brother. Remember he fucked Samantha? Remember and Charlotte got mad at Samantha over that? And she got mad for like one episode, and then they became friends again? Okay, remember him, Wesley? Okay, well, Wesley's Charlotte's brother, and he has not showed up at either one of her weddings. We have not seen him. He's not mentioned. I was like, dude, your sister got married? How come you're not? I know the real reason he's not there. But the point is, like if you're going to introduce like a significant sibling, then they got to show up at the significant events in your life, okay? None of these people have brothers and sisters or parents. What the fuck? I mean, I know they do, but we never see them. Never see them. We saw Miranda's sister at her mom's funeral, but that's it. We know Samantha's got brothers and sisters. We've never seen them. Like I said, we've seen Charlotte's brother, but he did not show up at either one of her weddings. Why? Exactly. How come he wasn't at her wedding, her first wedding or her second wedding? He wasn't there. He wasn't even mentioned. Nobody even asked about him. I gotta call bullshit right there. Anyway, that's what Tatum O'Neal, Kira. She's such good friends. Oh, we've known each other forever. We've been friends a long time, Kira. Yeah, that's why we've never seen her before, and we will never see her again. Okay? So anyway, So she lost her shoes at the party. They wouldn't let her walk. They wouldn't let her wear her shoes at the party. So she had to leave them at the front door. Someone stole them. They never turned up again. Carrie's freaking out because these shoes cost $485. So she expects Kira to pay her for those shoes. Kira will not pay her. She'll give her $200 for them. She's not going to give her $485 for those shoes because it's not my fault that you spent all that money on such an extravagant lifestyle, okay? I've got a husband, I've got a family, I've got kids, I have responsibilities, okay? I'm not gonna give you $485 for a pair of freaking shoes. That's not my fault that you like expensive shoes. You know, that kind of thing, right? You know, I have a real life. You know, that kind of thing, you know. So Carrie's all pissed off. She feels this elitist mentality, all right? So Carrie calls Kira to clear the air. Okay, she's like, we've been friends a long time, Kara. Exactly, like I said, that's why we'll never see her again, and we've never seen her before. Okay, and Kara's like, oh, you're still mad about those shoes? Oh my God, that was like days ago. I already forgot about it. You know, you must have a lot of time on your hands, Carrie, to be bringing that up. Okay, I just don't have that kind of time. Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold. And she goes to yell at one of her servants, and Kira's toddler picks up the phone and goes like, hi, Santa, bye, Santa, and hangs up the phone. So now Carrie's like, huh? Well, you just like put me on hold and gave the phone to your kid? Like, I'm trying to talk to you about you fucking paying me for the shoes that I lost. That's your fault I lost them, you know? Anyway, so what does she do? She complains to Charlotte about it. So her and Charlotte are eating ice cream and talking and walking down the street. And basically, Carrie's doing all the talking. Charlotte's not really saying shit. Okay, and Carrie's like, you know what? I did the math here, Charlotte, okay? I have spent $2,300 on Kira over the past several years to celebrate her choices. What's a lousy $485? And Charlotte's like, well, that doesn't count, Carrie. Those were gifts. And when you get married and have kids, she'll bring you gifts. She's like, well, what if I never do? Why don't I get celebrated? Because no one gives a shit, Carrie. That's why. Look at me, I'm a guy, dude. You think anyone gives us gifts when we have fucking kids? We get wedding gifts? Yeah, let me tell you, you know what a fucking wedding gift is? Okay, it's a gift that's for both of you. Okay, but when you open it up, it's for her. All right, Carrie's like, well, what if I never do? You know, and because Charlotte says, like, well, birthdays, you get gifts on birthdays. Because everybody gets a birthday. That does not count. That's a wash. Everybody gets a birthday. That doesn't count. And then for some reason, they just decide to share each other's ice cream. Pistachio. Yeah, that kind of shit. Because they're always fucking eating. These bitches are always fucking eating all the goddamn time. Why? Why do we not see them eat so much? What is this fascination that these gay writers and gay directors and lesbians that write there? What is this fascination with filming people eating their food? I don't understand that. Well, what is this fascination? Like, a lot of these characters of the show are always talking with their fucking mouth full while they're chewing food. Especially Miranda. She does all the fucking time. All right? Why? What is this fascination with talking while you're eating your food at the same time? You know? It got a little bit distracting, huh? You know, like, what the fuck? Why do we need to see that? I don't need to see that. I don't know. Like, this show wasn't made for me, okay? It wasn't made for me. All right, so anyway. Meanwhile, Samantha is talking. She's bitching someone out on her cell phone at a nice restaurant for lunch. Okay. Cut off. Fucking shit. Don't give me that fucking shit. Anyway. And she looks over, and there's a toddler who's playing with his spaghetti. I guess his pesto spaghetti. And the mom's like, oh, look at you right there. You're playing with your spaghetti. Oh my God, my little king is playing with his spaghetti. Yay, yay. You know, and of course, fucking Samantha's like, like that. And then the waiter shows up. He goes like, excuse me, miss, cell phones are not allowed in here. And she's like, okay. Well, I can understand not allowing my noise, but what I want to know is, what are you going to do about that noise over there? He's like, there's nothing I can do about that, ma'am. That's a child. She's like, So she gets up and goes over and she confronts the mom and the kid. Excuse me, miss, I understand that your son and I have to share the same city and exist at the same time. But what I want to know is, when are you going to get him a Happy Meal so that I can have a happy lunch? And the little kid just fucking throws the spaghetti at her. Throws the pesto spaghetti at her because Samantha's being a fucking cunt. She is. She's being a cunt. You know, just get the fuck out of there if you don't like it. You don't have to confront anybody. What the fuck? You know, well, why are you fucking having a meeting while you're in the middle at a busy restaurant anyway? You know, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of there. Get some privacy. Anyway. So yeah, the kid throws the fucking pesto at her. She's like, I've made my point. And apparently he has too. And she walks out of there. And that's the end of Samantha for this episode. Yeah, I know, right? Well, what are we going to do with her? You can't really do anything with her. Her boy toy is fucking in Mexico, fucking a bunch of other, sorry, he's filming a movie, a Gus Van Sant movie over there. So they can't really do anything, no sex jokes this episode for her. So yeah, what else? She's going to bitch about how she hates kids. So she walks out of there, okay? Meanwhile, Charlotte comes home and finds Harry walking around, but this time he's drunk. He's like, you know what we need, sweetheart? We need to bring back happy hour. You know? And Charlotte's like in her tennis outfit or something. She's like, Harry, we need to talk, okay? He's walking over there. Like he's some fucking runway model or some shit. He's a short fucking fat Jewish. Well, he's not that fat, but he's a short, out of shape fucking Jewish guy, bald-headed Jewish guy. What the fuck, you know? And the camera's just making love to him. Like, I don't fucking need to see the crack of his ass, man. And they're giving it to us in HD. Like, I don't fucking need to see fucking Harry's crack. Okay, I don't need to see his fucking iron board ass either. Okay, that I can fucking iron my clothes on his ass. I don't need to fucking see that shit. All right, but apparently that's what we're gonna get. Okay, and the camera just follows him around. You know, so he sits down and Charlotte's like, oh, no, because he's fucking about to sit down on the fucking white couch, completely naked. Okay, yeah, we're talking shit stains. Yeah, I'd be upset too. All right, and of course he does it. And she's like, you know what, honey, I love you so much, and I think it's great that you're expressing yourself, that you feel comfortable enough to express yourself in front of me, I like that about you. I love you so much, sweetheart. But in the future, okay, if possible, could you please wear some fucking clothes when you're sitting on the fucking white couch? Well, okay, she didn't say it like that, okay? But that's how I would have said it. Yeah, he's like, okay, sweetheart. I'm talking about like right now. He's like, oh, okay. I'll go. Yes. He did it just like that. This is what I'm talking about. Gay guys wrote this episode, okay? Straight guys, we don't do this shit. We don't do this. And he's supposed to be straight. Now, I can see Stanford doing this, or Anthony doing this, but come on, Harry? Come on. Come on, man. Listen, have some straight guys acting straight for a fucking change, okay? It would be nice, okay? And I don't need a fucking close-up of his fucking ass. Because, the camera just stayed on his ass the whole fucking time. I don't need to see that shit. If he looked like Smith Jared, I could see that because the girls will get some out of it. But come on. What are we getting at? I know the show was not made for me. I get it. But seriously, ladies, you really want to see fucking Harry's ass? Harry's hairy ass? Do you? Oh well, whatever. Meanwhile, Miranda's watching that show, Jules and Mimi, the interracial couple, the British interracial couple, on the BBC, which does not stand for British Broadcasting. So she's watching the show, playing with herself, okay, covered in fucking medication on all of her fucking chicken pox. Okay, and there's a knock on the door. Of course, it's Robert, it's Blair Underwood, Mr. fucking suave, fucking Idris Elba, low rent Idris Elba, like he's like basically what Idris Elba is today, and his fucking, I'm Black Superman. I'm Black Superman. Get the fuck why are they always fucking doing this shit? I swear to God. Anyway, Blair Underwood, you know Blair Underwood. Anyways, he shows up there with his fine ass self, like, hey, baby, what are you doing? By the way, I got this for you, and it's a fucking little football, toy football for Brady. And they make a little joke about, oh, he's not old enough to play professional for you. We got to start him young. By the way, what you watching over here? Oh, it's just a show called Jules and Mimi. It's a British broadcasting show, and it's like a romantic comedy type show. Like, they're having sex, but he's also having sex with other people, and she doesn't know if he's going to take him seriously, but, and he's like, I'm intrigued. Let's watch this. So he helps himself to the fucking couch. And, of course, so she sits on one end, he sits on the other end. And he's like, oh, man, brother got an accent. Well, yeah, British show, Anyway, one thing that really bothered me here was when Blair Underwood's character, Robert, when he sits down, he crosses his legs like a woman. He crosses his legs the way a woman would. Meanwhile, Miranda sits down and she has her legs open like a man. What the fuck, man? You want to talk about subliminal programming? This is 2003 when this episode aired, okay? They were doing this shit back then. Think there's a message there? I think there's a fucking message there. I think there is. I couldn't get off of that. The fact that his legs are crossed like a girl. Like he has no testicles, which he probably doesn't. And Miranda's just open. Like, I just like, come on, man. And what the fuck was Miranda wearing lipstick for? Was she expecting him to come over? Because she got fucking lipstick on. Like, what the fuck? I thought she was supposed to be just at home watching TV and about to go to sleep. Oh, well, whatever. So that kind of took me out of it. And, of course, what happens immediately once they sit down? The characters on the TV show start having sex. So that's giving him ideas. That's giving her ideas. But she ain't going to do nothing because she's covered in medication for her fucking chickenpox. And he ain't going to do nothing. So, like, they don't do anything. Just uncomfortable sounds. Yeah, well, we know where this is going. All right. Next scene, Carrie calls Kira. I know, easy to get that confused, right? Leaves her a voice message. Her kids left a message on there, like, hey, mommy and daddy aren't home, but leave your name and number. That kind of shit. She's like, hey, Kira, this is Carrie, and I'm here to tell you I'm getting married. I'm marrying myself, okay? And the wedding reception is going to be at Manolo Blahnik's. And she hangs up, all right? Well, of course, what happens? The next scene we have is Kira is at the Manolo Blahnik store where her kids are running around the fucking store. And the lady that works there tells her, hey, listen, your kids cannot be running around the store like that, okay? They can't be touching the shoes. By the way, here's the shoes that you wanted. And she's like, they're $485. Yes, I know how much they are. Okay, boom. And then she sends them to Carrie. Carrie gets it. Hey, you ever seen those porno movies where the girls squirt? Where the guy's just like, and yeah, okay. Well, that's what happens here once Carrie opens up that box. Unfucking believable. No man will ever satisfy a woman the way Carrie gets satisfied once she opens up that box that say Manolo Blahnik's on there, and she's like, yeah, pretty much just like that. And where there's a card attached, and it's from Kira. It's like, congratulations on your wedding to yourself, Carrie. Best wishes and good luck. Signed by all of her kids, whatever. So she's all excited. So what happens next? Carrie starts strutting her stuff like she's fucking John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever down New York in her new Manolo Blahniks. I guess she's going to break him in. And her tits are flopping up and down while she's walking down the street. Just doing her fucking Revlon commercial. Yeah, and just get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, okay? There's only so much of this I can take. All right. But anyway, and that's how this episode ends, and of course, the obligatory fucking female self-esteem pop song in the background. I don't know. They all fucking sound the same. You know what I'm talking about. Think about all the pop songs that are out there. How many male self-esteem pop songs are there? None. How many female? Well, that's all there is. It's female self-esteem pop songs. That's all there fucking is, all right? Feel good about yourself. You're pretty. You're beautiful. That kind of bullshit, Anyway, why do girls have to hear? What the fuck? Guys we don't get that shit. We don't get that shit. Girls get it all the fucking time. What the fuck? You want to talk about fucking unequal? Hey, we can start with that. All the fucking goddamn self-esteem songs for girls. All the Kelly Clarkson songs and the goddamn Lady Gaga songs. Yeah, you know what I'm talking. You know what I really meant. Okay, yeah, anyway. That's neither here nor there. Just go with it, right? Just go with it. Okay. Anyway, that's the end of this review for this episode. It was an okay episode. Not great, but it was okay. But I'm ready to get to the hard stuff. When we really start, yeah, that's coming up real soon. Okay, remember, this is the last season. This is the last season, and we're already on episode 9. This is the last season. I know there's like 500 episodes this season. But the point is that we're making progress. We are making progress, okay? We're starting to get to the Russian ballet dancers that pretend to be French. You know, we're talking, yeah, a lot of shit going on coming up soon, all right? So anyway, thank you for watching my review this long, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.